Hey, look at this drawing. Pretty cool, right?
Yeah, sure.
Wrong! Let's make it better.
Okay. How do we do that?
Well, for starters, let's add this, and then change a little bit of that, and then add a little this, and a little that, and this, and that, and boom! It moves.
Whoa. Cool!
Damn right it's cool. It's what we call animation.
I know you can't see my face, but I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
Oh, alright, but disclaimer that you might regret your entire life after this.
Great! I'm in.
Okay, first we're gonna have to go back in time a bit.
Way, way back in the 1980s, there was...
Nope.
Oh, back in the 1920s?
No. I'll start this. Since the dawn of man, those who dwelled in caves would draw animals with different legs to showcase movement in the form of art. Alright, that was fun. Time for a time skip. Whoosh, a lot of time goes by. And hey, guess what? It's 1832, and this guy named Joseph Plateau just invented the spinning disc with pictures.
Ah, so they put a bunch of horses around the rim, and then spun it to create motion?
Pretty much.
That seems kinda lame. Let's make a better one.
Isn't that the same thing?
Yeah, but now it's a drum.
Okay. So anyway, more animation inventions come and go until eventually humanity invents film with actual motion.
Wait, so does that mean that animation is actually live action?
Never say that again.
Uh...
Oh, hey look, a new time period. It's 1900. This man's name is Mr. J. Stuart Blackton, and he had the idea of making a short about a clown face, and it was regarded as one of the earliest examples of a real animation. But the problem was, nobody really cared. Until... Whoop, time jumps a bit, and guess what? It's 1917, and there's a war going on, but Argentina was like, hey, our president kinda sucks, and this Italian guy had the idea of using paper cutout animation to make a satire about him, and now we have the first animated feature film.
Wow, France really seems to be ruling animation right now. Let's watch it.
Great idea, except we can't. It's lost.
What do you mean?
Well, it's lost. We can't view it anymore. Around this time, in South America's neighbor to the north, this guy named Walt had the idea of starting a company centering around animation, but what was he going to call it?
The Disney Brothers Cartoon Studio. But that didn't go too well, so he just named it after himself.
So that's great, but they also need a studio mascot, so in 1927, Walt created a little rabbit to be the mascot. Interesting, I can't wait to see where this... So in 1928, Walt created a little mouse to be the mascot. Cool, I can't wait to see where this goes.
Yeah. Man, I sure hope that funny little cartoon mouse doesn't become a symbol for anything that may be capitalistic or imperialistic.
Don't worry, I'm sure we'll be fine. But around this time, several other studios had a field day creating their own cartoons, and this thing called color brush was invented, and studios were like, oh, we could normalize the crap out of this. Oh yeah, and also Japan was experimenting with their own type of animation called, like, anime or something, but I'm sure that won't go anywhere.
Maybe, maybe not. We'll just see what happens. Oh hey, look! It's a new decade! It's the 1940s, and there's a war. That's bad. And there's a lot of people that hate each other. Now animation studios from around the globe are trying to make cartoons about people that they don't like, and get audiences to think like they do.
I think there's another word for that.
Well, that doesn't matter anyways, cause the war's over, so we can forget about all those for now.
Yeah, I'm sure that's a good idea. Anyways, a few decades later, animation finds further success on TV thanks to these two guys, Hanna-Barbera.
Whoa! Cavemen? Future people? And a talking dog? What original concepts!
I know, right? Anyway, that was fun, but now it's the 1970s, and this guy named Ralph Bakshi was basically like, hey, what if animation was for adults? And a lot of people laughed at him, but then he made a little movie about a cat called Fritz, and people still laughed at him, but then he started making more adult cartoons, and people started liking him a bit more, kind of.
Hey look, there's some really good cartoons that were made off of movies.
Oh crap, it looks like Disney's kind of struggling a bit.
Except for Roger Rabbit. Roger Rabbit doesn't fail because it's the best. But why is Disney failing?
Because it turns out anime actually did go somewhere. Because back in Japan, this guy made a studio and it got pretty popular, so America was like, hey, let's dub these films in American and release them here. And guess what? People loved it, and it continues to this very day. But let's just stay in one time period for now. Oh hey, and it looks like Disney just met this new guy called Pixar, and they just discovered that animation on a computer is possible.
A little too late for that, guys. But hey, what are they doing?
Oh, they just made a couple short films with it.
Huh, that's pretty cool.
Pretty much, yeah. So all those 80s cartoons were pretty cool, but there's kind of a problem. They were basically just toy commercials, and a lot of them were pretty... how do you put it?
Bad. See, around this time, the TV people were like, hey, can you start making original stuff? Thanks. And Nickelodeon, being Nickelodeon, saw this as a let's go moment, and they started making their own shows. And it looks like they've got a new competitor, too.
Who's Cartoon Network?
Probably just some nobody. Oh, and it looks like Disney has recovered, making some new classics. Hey look, there's some new cartoons that probably won't live forever. Oh, and look, Pixar just made their first feature film, entirely with computers.
And that doesn't matter, because speaking of computers, there's this new thing called the internet, and more software is becoming readily available to the masses, and now people can make animations from the comfort of their home for free. Thanks, Adobe.
Whoa, so you're saying anyone can make animations now? That's pretty cool. I can't wait to see where this goes.
Hello.
Oh man, you're looking mighty handsome today.
Thanks, Steve. I feel handsome.
Humanity was a mistake.
You're not wrong, but maybe this can make it up a bit. It's the 2010s, and studios are going bonkers right now. Cartoon Network is creating new classics by the minute, Nickelodeon and Disney have pretty much abandoned animation for sitcoms, Australia just invented quality, and even streaming is getting in on it.
Oh, and there's a pretty cool animated superhero movie. What's next?
A global pandemic!
What?
You see, this is good, because people will have nothing better to do than watch cartoons when they're stuck at home, and streaming is allowing studios to make whatever the hell they wanted.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
Hell yeah! Hopefully things will continue to go up from here. You know, we should really stop hoping for stuff.
You think, or you know? Oh look, Netflix just started canceling some of their best cartoons with the most potential that they've had in decades. And Warner Bros. Decided, hey, we can do that too! Except now, they're not only taking stuff off, they're also trying to erase it from existence and replace it with... whatever this is. At least on the bright side, those strikes are over.
Well, with all this and the Disney remakes, animation kinda sucks right now.
It's not all bad. We've had some good films come out. And hopefully it'll get better. But as it is, things are okay. I mean, how many animation studios still exist to this day? Cool! Cartoon oligarchy!
Well, at least propaganda cartoons don't exist anymore. Oh, come on!